Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Happy Tuesday. Hope everyone's doing well. Yesterday, we began the conversation about confidence, how confidence impacts everything, impacts markets, impacts inflation, impacts recessions. You'll see. Hopefully, we won't go into a recession. But you're hearing it. Just listen to people talk. Oh my God, it's going to be over. Inflation, inflation, inflation. They stop hiring. People have less money. Those people don't go out to the supermarket. Those people don't buy the goods. There's less goods being sold and bought. There's less money in people's pockets, right? If you don't buy the goods, if you don't buy the donuts, that's a good idea. Don't buy the donuts. If you don't buy the milk, right? That means that the milk producers have less money and the plastic makers have less money, right? And then the whole thing, it's like traffic. One person stops and everything stops. It's confidence. Really, that's really a lot of what it is. Happens in people's lives all the time. Someone grew up with an I can attitude. I say this all the time in business. All the time. Let's do this differently. One person in the room goes, it doesn't work that way. Why not? It doesn't work that way. Why not? Because it's not how it does. Why not? Because I don't want to change. Because I'm scared. Because I have an I can't mentality. That's why. And they stay stagnant. And hopefully you can drag them across the hill, or the world changes. Now, sometimes you have to be prudent. Sometimes you have to slow down. Sometimes you have to be deliberate. You always have to be deliberate in your thinking, but you can see it straight. Just look for it. See it everywhere. Kid comes home. I'm going to fail. How are you going to fail? I don't know this. Why don't you study? I'm never going to get it. You try? I know I'm never going to get it. Another kid comes home, sits down and plows away. And you know, and I know, that it doesn't really matter if they fail or if they pass. Like, school is largely irrelevant. I mean, especially when you're younger. You gotta keep on moving up through the system. But it doesn't really matter. What matters is that you learn the skills if I can. That's valuable. I think. Again, you know my opinion on these things. I don't know if social studies really matters if you get a 80 or a 90 when you're in 4th grade. Maybe it does. Probably not. You know what matters is that someone's giving you work and you're sitting around pounding your head against the wall, and you learn. You learn how to deal with a challenge. That's a 4th grade challenge. That's great. That's muscle that you're building, and then that continues 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, whatever it is. That's valuable. What is it? It's confidence. That's it. You can or you can't. You want to split the world up? Simple. Look at the world and split it up to people that say we can or we can't. There's a lot of ways else to split the world up, but that's a pretty good distinction. And you can put the world in half. The world's coming to an end. The world's going to give us new opportunities. Listen to people talk. They go down the aisle. Just listen to people talk. Listen to how you ask. Listen to yourself talk. Building confidence is how you move from I can't live a great life, so I will attach my emotions to someone else who can and live vicariously through them, or I will try to live an incredible life. I may not ever make it to the NBA, but I don't need to make it to the NBA to live a great life. That's not my thing. Now, if I were Steph Curry, it would be. I would need to make it to the NBA because that would be my goal. That would be my mission. That's what God gave me. Those are the gifts that God handed me. I don't think that's one of the gifts that God handed me. I played basketball in high school, but I don't think I was NBA worthy. But the switch, the way you go from I need to live through you to I want to live myself is really the toggle point, the linchpin, the light switch really is I can or I can't. Simple. I can or I can't. If I can't, then I'm going to get out of work. I'm not happy there. It's never going to get better. I know my job. I know my boss. I know my life. I'm too tired. I come home and I get to get lost in someone else's life. Simple. Versus, I can find my own joy and happiness. I can take on new challenges, even if I don't leave my job. And I can continue to push myself to find my own level of mastery, my own level of connectedness, and my own level of autonomy, which is, as we know, if you've been on these shows long enough, you know, the self-determination theory. I can do it. It won't be easy. I don't know where it's going to come from. It's going to be more exhausting, but I can. So why not? Now, how do you give yourself confidence? How do you get that confidence? If you think about your life, and I mean this, listen, I believe it all comes from God, clear. But in the physical world, how'd you get it? So if you look at your life, you'll find some people have it, some people don't. Where'd they get it from? Usually from people around them. Usually, people get confidence from the people around them. And there are people that were given individuals that beat the confidence out of them. There are people that were given parents that beat the confidence out of them, that were unable, for whatever reason, to instill a sense of confidence in their children. There are people that are given teachers. I know people like this. I had tough teachers growing up, but I know people that went through really tough education systems. Really tough education. I didn't have it that bad. I had tough teachers. I went to a very academic school as a kid, and I wasn't an academic kid in the slightest. So it was we clashed. But for the most part, one or two teachers wanted to like punch me in the face, I'm sure. But all right, listen, that's, I know people that went through really tough environments. Teachers that I don't know what they're doing in classrooms, but destroying kids. I know people whose parents, destroyed them. Spoke to somebody not too long ago. Destroyed them. The fact that this person is like ready to take on the world. I'm like, you're the greatest person in the world. I can't even imagine having this conversation with you. And on the flip, I know people that bounce back through everything and are positive. Now, there's a certain disposition that you have, but you get a lot of that from your teachers. And more importantly, your parents. If you were blessed with mentors and parents, and thank God I was blessed with, my parents are amazing. Thank God. God bless, God bless, God bless. There are a lot of people that are in this world, and they do or don't have that confidence to take on the challenges, to not live vicariously through somebody else, to take on the next step in their lives, not because of what they did, because of what they were given. Now that's super important, because that's really where it comes from. You see, it's really hard for a person to develop confidence in themselves, for themselves. If you're one of those people, you're an outlier. You're incredible. You're extraordinary. Most people do not have the ability to grow confidence on their own. Most people don't have, and sometimes, and I mean confidence, I don't mean arrogance. Sometimes you see people like this. They're wonderful, and I'm not judging them, but they're arrogant. And they have to be, because they're compensating from being not confident. They're self-conscious. And so they compensate for their self-consciousness by being arrogant and by destroying people around them. So you think they're confident. They're not. They're self-conscious, like crazy. You just have to listen, and you'll see it. You just have to watch them. Confident people don't destroy other people. Confident people don't disparage everyone around them to feel better. Confident people listen. Confident people do not have to always win in every little thing. It's not how it works. So when you see people that look confident but act arrogant, you'll see is that really it's a different thing going on. So how do you get it? That's the question. All right, let's talk about it tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Have a great day. Look around for the confidence and the arrogance. You'll see it. Everywhere you look, you'll see it. With God's help, tomorrow we'll talk about how to get it. So with God's help, speak to you tomorrow.
Living on a lifeline, the world doesn't ever seem to change. Looking for the sunshine, but you're caught up in the rain. It's like your eyes are wide open, but you cannot see. You're watching life pass you by like 1, 2, 3. Walking in destruction, the winds of life blur your vision. all the devastation. Forever feels like you're on the run, it's time. No one else can set you free, you're locked inside. And only you